students, in the last class we completed the Bronsted acid-base theory, according to which proton donor is a Bronsted acid and proton acceptor is a Bronsted base. Okay. Now after the completion of Bronsted acid-base concept, now what are the important advantages in the Bronsted-Lowry theory? The first advantage, it is not only applicable to aqueous medium but also it is applicable to non-aqueous medium. Number one. Number two, it explains the basic character of ammonia and sodium carbonate, and it is more generalized theory, that's why it is applicable to more number of acids and bases. Okay. Now the limitations, the proton donation or proton acceptance only happens in the presence of other substance only. Suppose if proton donor is there, proton acceptor is absent, then it cannot donate the proton. Otherwise, let's suppose if proton acceptor is there but proton donor is absent, then only there will be no exchanging of proton. So both proton donor and proton acceptor must be present in order to exchange the proton. And one more important drawback, it could not explain the acidic nature of the electron deficient compounds such as boron fluoride, aluminum fluoride, etc., iron chloride. Okay. Now it could not explain the acidic character of the non-metal oxides and basic character of the metallic oxides. These are the limitations in the Bronsted-Lowry acid-base concept. Okay. To overcome these limitations in the Bronsted concept of acid-base, there is another theory developed which is known as a Lewis acid-base concept. According to Lewis, the substance which has a tendency to accept a lone pair of electron from the other substance in order to form the covalent coordinative bond is called a Lewis acid. The definition of a Lewis acid, it is a substance which has a tendency to accept a lone pair of electron from the other substance in order to form covalent coordinative bond. Okay. Now the simple definition, it is a electron pair acceptor. The simple definition of a Lewis acid is a electron pair acceptor. Now in order to accept the electron pair, the necessary condition, the central atom of the species should possess vacant orbital or empty orbital. When the vacant orbital or empty orbital is present, then the species can able to accept the lone pair of electron. Yes or no? Now the best example, H plus ion proton which having a vacant s orbital, and boron trifluoride which having a vacant p orbital at the central atom boron, and stannic chloride where stannous, that is the central atom tin, has vacant d orbitals. Okay. Now the definition of a Lewis base, it is a substance which has a tendency to donate lone pair of electron to the other substance in order to form a covalent coordinative bond. Okay. The simple definition we can tell like this, it is a electron pair donor. Electron pair donor is called what? Lewis base. In order to donate the lone pair, the central atom of the species must possess at least one lone pair of electron. One lone pair of electron, non-bonding electron pair. Okay. Now example, hydroxide ion, cyanide ion, water molecule and ammonia. These are the best example for Lewis bases. Lewis bases. Now come to what are the types of the Lewis acids. Simple cations. Cations possess vacant orbitals. That's why they have a tendency to accept the electron pair from the other substances. Number one. Number two, atoms with 6 electron configuration like oxygen, sulfur, selenium, where they have 6 electrons only. In order to get complete their octet, they require 2 more electrons. That's why they are electron acceptor. And next, one more electron deficient molecule, boron trichloride, boron trifluoride, beryllium fluoride, beryllium chloride, aluminum chloride, iron chloride. These are some example for electron deficient species. Okay. Next, one more example is there, molecules in which the central atom contains vacant d orbitals in order to expand their octet configuration. Let's suppose SiF4, SnCl4, SF4, TeF4, ferric chloride, zinc chloride. These are some species in which vacant d orbital is present at the central atom, so they can easily accept the lone pair of electron and they can expand their octet configuration. Okay. Now come to one more type of Lewis acid is there, the molecules in which the central atom having the central atom along with central atom some other side atoms, that means electronegativity dissimilar atoms. The compounds in which there is a different electronegativity. When the different electronegative atoms will be present, then the compounds are said to be Lewis acids. Example: carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, chlorine heptoxide, phosphorus pentoxide. Let's suppose carbon dioxide. In carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen both are dissimilar electronegative elements, different electronegative elements. Now, due to more electronegativity, oxygen has a great tendency to pull the pi electron more towards itself. As a result of this, oxygen gaining partially negative charge and carbon gains partially positive charge. That means carbon is now electron deficient, electron seeking. That's why it is a indirectly Lewis acid. Okay. Now, what are the types of the bases? There are different types of the Lewis bases. The first one is the anions. Anions, they possess negative charge and also lone pair of electron. That's why they have a tendency to donate their lone pair of electron. Number one. Example: fluoride ion, chloride ion, hydroxide ion, cyanide ion, thiocyanate ion, amide ions. And next one, the molecules in which the central atom possesses at least one lone pair of electron. Just now I told you, if the lone pair of electron is present on the central atom, even in the neutral molecules also, they can behave as a Lewis basis. Example: ammonia, water molecule, and ammonia derivatives, alcohol, thioalcohol, ether, thioether, pyridine, etc. Okay. Now, the molecules in which the carbon-carbon multiple bonds are present, like ethylene, CH triple bond CH, ethylene CH2 double bond CH2, acetylene CH triple bond CH. They have a tendency of weak pi bonds, so they have a tendency to donate their pi electrons to electron deficient species. That's why they can act as a Lewis basis. Okay. Now, after that, what is the definition of a neutralization according to the Lewis concept? According to Lewis concept, when a lone pair of electron donated from base to acid, the phenomena is known as a neutralization, in which a covalent coordinative bond formation takes place. A covalent coordinative bond formation between Lewis acid and Lewis base is referred as neutralization according to Lewis concept. Okay. Now here, best example: ammonia and boron trifluoride. Do you know ammonia, nitrogen has one lone pair of electron, and in boron trifluoride there is a vacant p orbital at boron. Yes or no? Do you know the hybridization of boron? Here sp2. The hybridization of nitrogen in ammonia is sp3. Now, when nitrogen lone pair donated to the vacant p orbital of boron, so there will be a covalent coordinative bond formation between nitrogen and boron. Nitrogen loses electron pair and boron accepts the electron pair. Are you getting my point? These are the formal charges. After donation, if you observe, the nitrogen hybridization still sp3. But after accepting the lone pair of electron from the nitrogen, the central atom boron, whose hybridization changes from sp2 to sp3. This is very important change in hybridization. Suppose you have one more example. Let's suppose AlCl3 and Cl minus. If you see aluminum chloride, where aluminum possesses vacant p orbitals in the valency shell, so the chloride ion donates its lone pair to the vacant p orbital of aluminum, so they form AlCl4 minus Pc. Here also, aluminum, before covalent coordinative bond formation, hybridization will be sp2, but after covalent coordinate bond formation, the hybridization of aluminum changes from sp2 to sp3. This is very important question. Okay. Now, here one important question is there: boric acid. Boric acid, it is not a protonic acid, it is not a arsenous acid or a Bronsted acid. It is a Lewis acid. It is a Lewis acid, which is a weak monobasic Lewis acid. Now you see, I am writing boric acid BOH taken thrice. BOH taken thrice. Now you know boron has vacant p orbital because the hybridization of boron here 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, here 2pz0, empty orbital, one s orbital and two p orbitals having one electron. So they undergo sp2 hybridization. So the boron hybridization in in boric acid is sp2 hybridization. Okay. Now here there is a one vacant pz orbital in the boron. That's why water molecule has a tendency to donate the lone pair of electron of oxygen atom to the vacant p orbital of boron. So that's why they coordinate the lone pair of electron from water molecule. They form the borate ion BOH4 minus and they give the H plus ions. These H plus ions are coming from water, not from the boric acid. That's why this is a indirectly Lewis acid. Lewis acid definition, electron pair acceptor. It is accepting the electron from the water molecule. That's why it is a Lewis acid. It is not a Bronsted acid. This is a very important question. And what is the N factor of the orthoboric acid? What is the N factor for orthoboric acid? N factor of the orthoboric acid is 1. This is very important. Okay. Now come to all Bronsted acids are arsenous acids. Yes, arsenous acid definition, proton donor, arsenous acid which giving H plus ions when it is dissolved in the water. Bronsted acid definition is also same, proton donor. So Bronsted acid, arsenous acid both are same. Next, all Lewis bases are Bronsted bases. Lewis bases have a tendency to donate the lone pair. Whatever the species which has a tendency to donate the lone pair has also has a tendency to accept the proton. Yes, that's why electron pair donor, proton acceptor both are same. That means all Lewis bases are Bronsted bases. Okay, but all Lewis acids are need not be the Bronsted acids. This is very important. Example, we have boron trifluoride. This is a Lewis acid because it is electron deficient species. Is it donate the proton? No, because there is no proton in the boron trifluoride. That's why it is not a Bronsted acid. This is very important. Okay. Now come to some questions regarding the Lewis concept. What are the questions? First question, which of the following is a Lewis acid but not a Bronsted acid? Lewis acid means having a tendency to accept the lone pair of electron. Now just now I told you HSO4 minus, it has proton. Proton question is Bronsted acid. It has a tendency to donate the proton. Yes. It also has a tendency to donate the lone pair of electron. Are you getting my point? Now, which of the following is a Lewis acid? Lewis acid but not a Bronsted acid. Lewis acid is that acid which has electron deficiency. Electron deficiency is the second option, boron trichloride. Boron trichloride is electron deficient. It is a only Lewis acid. Just in the above question I told you BF3 only Lewis acid. It is not a Bronsted acid. Okay. Similarly, second question. In the reaction AlCl3 plus Cl minus gives AlCl4. What is the AlCl3? AlCl3 is electron deficient. Electron deficient is a Lewis acid. Lewis acid. Okay. Question number 3. Which of the following is not a Lewis base? Lewis base is that which donate the lone pair of electron. Do you know HSO4 minus donate the lone pair of electron? Yes. ZnCl2 do not donate the lone pair of electron because it is in this zinc Zn plus 2 is a d block element. That's why it has vacant d orbital. It is a proton. It is a lone pair acceptor. That's why this is a Lewis acid. Okay. The question. What is the question? I think first of all we will see the question number 3. Which of the following is not a Lewis base? Lewis base is a electron pair donor. So nitrogen has one lone pair, it is electron pair donor. Oxygen has one lone pair, it is two lone pair of electron, it is also a lone pair donor. This is a Lewis base. Ammonia is also a Lewis base. But SnCl4 is not a Lewis base, it is a Lewis acid because vacant d orbitals are present. Now question number 4. Which of the following is a neither Lewis acid nor a Lewis base? Neither Lewis acid nor Lewis base. Now here, what is the definition of a Lewis acid? What is the definition of a Lewis acid? Proton, lone pair acceptor. And what is the definition of a Lewis base? Lone pair donor. Now here, neither Lewis acid nor Lewis base. Here you see option number 3, ammonium ion. If you see NH4 positive, we may expect that this is a cation which is a Lewis acid, but it is not a Lewis acid and also Lewis base because already nitrogen octet completed and there will be no lone pair of electron on the nitrogen atom. Are you getting my point? you may have one doubt, it could not accept the lone pair because nitrogen limitation, it is a second period element, that's why it could not expand the octet also. That's why it is neither a Lewis acid nor a Lewis base. Okay. Now come to fifth question. Which of the following act as a Lewis acid? Lewis acid means electron pair acceptor. Cu plus 2 electron pair acceptor. AlCl3 also electron pair acceptor. Carbon dioxide is also electron pair acceptor. So answer will be all of these. Okay. Now, which of the following, among the following, which one act as a Lewis base? Lewis base means electron pair donor. Do you know carbon-carbon multiple bond? It will act as a Lewis base. Do you know multiple bonds? Just now I told you ethylene and ethylene both are Lewis bases, and pyridine is also Lewis base because nitrogen has a lone pair donor. Okay, so answer will be all of these. Next, which of the following is a Lewis acid? Lewis acid is a electron pair acceptor. Lewis acid is a electron pair acceptor. Now here we may expect Na positive, ammonium ion, cation, boric acid. Just now I told you boric acid is a Lewis acid. And fourth option is there, all of these. This is very important question. Only the Lewis acid is the boric acid. Remember, because here sodium ion being a cation, we may expect the answer will be sodium ion because it is a cation. But all cations are not Lewis acids. Remember, because Na plus already has complete octet configuration. Okay, it could not accept the lone pair of electron. That's why Na positive ion is not a Lewis acid. Remember. Ammonium ion is also not a Lewis acid because it has already complete octet. Only the option is the boric acid. Okay. Now which of the following is not a Lewis base? Is not a Lewis base. Now ammonia is a Lewis base. Yes, because nitrogen has one lone pair of electrons, so this is a Lewis base. Okay. Now OH minus is also Lewis base. Now BF4 negative is not a Lewis base, because in boron already complete octet configuration in the central atom. Are you getting my point? This negative charge is a formal charge. It is not corresponding to lone pair of electron. So that's why all anions are not be Lewis bases. All cations are not be Lewis acids. Remember, there are some exceptions. Okay. Now the answer will be what? BF4 negative. Now next question, which of the following act as a both Lewis base and as well as a Bronsted base? Lewis base, Bronsted base. That means you see BF3 is a Lewis acid, but the question is Lewis base. Now ammonia, yes, ammonia has lone pair of electron. When lone pair of electron has, it can act as a Lewis base. And also it can accept a proton. Okay, it can accept a proton to form ammonium ion. So proton acceptor is a Bronsted base. All Lewis bases are Bronsted bases, but all Lewis acids are need not be Bronsted acids. Remember. Okay. Now 10th question, Fe plus 2 plus 6Cn minus gives FeCN6 whole power minus 4 in this reaction Lewis base. Lewis base is electron pair donor. Electron pair donor is cyanide. Okay. And acceptor is a cation, that is the iron plus 2. So the option, first of all Lewis base and then Lewis acid. Lewis base is cyanide, Lewis acid is iron plus 2.